Greetings, everyone, and welcome to Intuitive Art Mediums. Thank you for joining me for the Spring Equinox, also known as Ostara Pick a Card Tarot reading. Now, the Spring Equinox, which is the time when day and night are balanced, and when the sun enters Aries. And that's going to occur on Tuesday, March 19th at 11:06 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And the reason why it's occurring a little bit earlier than on most years when it occurs on the 20th or 21st of March is because we had a leap year. We also have the moon going into Leo at 3:33 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So adjust to your location on the planet. And along with the spring equinox, we have International Astrology Day because it's the beginning of the astrological wheel, beginning with Aries. So we're looking at what's springing up in your life. And we have 3 piles to choose from. This is pile 1 with the Fairy Blessings cards and the Untitled stone. And this is pile 2 with the Solitary Witch Oracle and the Jet Stone. In pile 3, we have the Blessed Bee Oracle deck with the Pyrite. Take your time in choosing your pile. You may be drawn to more than one reading, and that's your intuition letting you know that there's a message for you in that reading as well. Please keep in mind that these are general tarot readings, so please only go with the messages that resonate with you. I'll begin with pile 1. There'll be timestamps down below for the other readings, and I'll meet you at your reading. Hello, everyone. If you were drawn to the green Untitled stone, welcome to your reading. So we're going to begin your reading by looking at your 3 oracle cards, and then we'll dive deeper into the reading with some tarot. So we begin with number 14, a blessing of the white heart. This is an invitation for you to see the sacred within yourself and within nature. And this is also going to help guide you on your path to follow your heart, to follow your bliss, so that you get back on the path or stay on the path of your greatest joy. Okay, and then we have number 7, a blessing on the senses that give the world to you. So this is your unique way of experiencing the world, seeing the sacred within the world, within nature, within yourself, honoring your senses that help guide you along your pathway. Does that feel good to you? Does that bring you joy? If not, you know to move away from those things that don't bring you joy, that feel bad to you, that feel uncomfortable. Because we are all unique individuals, and things are going to feel differently for each of us. But you're meant to follow your path of bliss. And then we have number 17. There are other conversations. Some of you may have the unique gift of being able to communicate with the animals, plants, other sentient beings, such as the fairies. But you have a very strong connection to nature. And the nature of yourself, of who you are as a unique individual. So I feel like that for some of you who were drawn to this deck, you are awakening to your psychic abilities, or you're being elevated into higher awareness. Now, I'm going to be using the Fairy Tarot for this reading to go deeper into the meaning of your cards. Okay, and we begin with the Three of Winter. Reach out to others for comfort and love. You will grow stronger from this situation. Sadness that will heal with time. Okay, this is telling me that some of you have experienced a deep heartache or heartbreak through betrayal, or just, having been on the wrong path for so long. And those discomforts are there to guide you to get back on your path of joy and healing. Some of you are healing and coming back to who you truly are. Then we have the Prince of Autumn, someone who's dependable, protective, chivalrous, humorous. Cautious but wise action, meticulous attention to detail, and kindness to others. And that includes kindness to yourself as well. Self-care, self-love, doing things that awaken your senses, that make you feel good and fill you with joy, because that is going to be part of your healing process. This could also be a very trusted friend or an advisor of some sort that helps you get back on track. And then we have the Four of Winter. Set aside your concerns for now. You can make a decision later. Solutions that come from meditation, the need for more sleep, or a vacation. And this is saying taking a break, coming into yourself, into meditation, so that you're in a place to have those other conversations with your higher self, with your spirit guides, whether they be fairies, angels, your ancestors, friends who've passed over, or all of the above. And for me, I am seeing that this is a reading of deep healing, recovering, and coming back to the center of who you are, so that you can listen to your senses, so you can listen to the sacredness of your heart, the sacredness of the messages brought to you through animals. I feel like your spirit animal guides are also going to be speaking to you as well, and bringing you wisdom, as we do have the owl there. Okay, at the bottom of the deck, we have renewal. Review the past and the present so you can plan a bright new future. Understanding your life purpose, releasing judgments of yourself and others. I feel like that is very important to your healing, especially with that Three of Winter, which is the Three of Swords. And we have that progression to the Four of Winter, where you are on a path of healing. You are progressing. And then we have ego, the illusion of being trapped, placing too much importance on material items, getting caught up in fear and worry. And we have someone here, the Prince of Autumn, who is cautious. And you are meant to listen to your gut, your intuitive self, because it is probably telling you, this isn't a good situation. It's time to detangle yourself from that. And this, of course, can involve the emotions and traumas that get caught up within the body and your senses. And by coming into your center, by coming into your sacred heart, you're going to start listening to yourself instead of getting caught up in other people's drama. And then we have the Two of Spring, a bright future manifested through hard work and creativity, partnering with others who share your dreams, great progress being made. That can be, there are other conversations. This could be you changing the conversation because, there are some people that just want to talk about negative, heavy things, and it shifts your energy. And you get caught up in this negative ego-based energy. And it's not your energy, but you got entangled in it. And you are being given this opportunity to step away from the outside noise, get out into nature, center and ground yourself, tune into yourself through meditation, or just walking in nature can be a moving meditation. Connecting with nature, and nature will start bringing you signs. And they'll catch your eye. You'll know that that message is meant for you because it's being gifted to you by the universe. Okay, let's get some clarifying cards here. I'm using the Light Seers Pocket Tarot. And we begin with the Eight of Swords. Okay, there's that fear-based energy of being trapped. And that worry, reviewing so that you can renew. So you are, I feel like, with this Prince of Autumn and the ego, you are struggling with things within your ego. And what you're struggling with are your insecurities, your doubts and fears. And by understanding where they come from, you reclaim your power. Then we have the King of Pentacles. Yes, you are going to be manifesting a beautiful future for yourself and with those that you partner with, because you're partnering with those who understand the journey because they've gone through it themselves, or maybe they're your companion that you meet up with on the journey. And because you're both going in the same direction, they're good company on the path, and you're good company for them as well, as you are supporting each other and respecting each other's sacredness. The King of Pentacles is also a very shrewd business person who is grounding and centering that energy into something that you can manifest. And then we have the Knight of Swords. Your path is being cleared. All you have to do is take the steps. And look, you have another guide that is saying, come this way. There's an easier way, taking the path of least resistance. Okay, let's look at the Oracle of Fairies. And we have for you, look at that wisdom, confirmation to the wisdom that this owl is bringing to you through the conversations that you have with others. Have you ever been told that you're wise beyond your years? Now is the time to call upon your inner fairy wisdom to help you with a challenge. And that is going to help bring you back on your path, or to carry you, giving you those further confirmations that yes, this is the way for you to go. This is what feels right. This is what brings you joy. At the bottom of the deck, we have the inner child. I love it. The fairies of playfulness remind you to make time to embrace your inner child. Playing keeps us young at heart. Do something silly and fun, but stay safe. So I feel like that is a very important message, that your inner child holds great wisdom. Getting back in touch with your inner child, the keeper of playfulness, but also the keeper of unconditional love and forgiveness. Let's get you a card from the Wicca Oracle. And we have for you number 26. I will read this. This is the oak tree. This is to bring you strength. Also, your answer. Oh, I'm sorry. This is the mandrake root. So this is, to me, great magic, banishing, as the mandrake is often used to banish evil. But I will read from this book so that you have a deeper understanding of your card with mandrake. The meaning here is the earth cries out for our attention and care. Make it part of your spiritual and magical practice to do your part for ecology. Devotion to the goddess and God demand it, and your chosen spiritual path requires it. This could be you creating a sacred garden where you go to meditate, where you're growing medicinal herbs to help heal yourself, or maybe making incense. And this could also guide you to a business that you create that calls to you. And the reverse meaning of this card is your soul is feeling uprooted. Find the place where you are most at home on earth and stay there until you are again at peace. So this is about ecology, nature, environment, and knowing that you are connected to all living things. You have the ability to converse with those things. Some of you might have an ability to communicate with the plants as well as the animals. And the challenges here is, how do you replenish yourself in nature? And we talked about that in your reading. At the bottom of the deck, we have number 2 with the sacred pentagram. Okay, now this pentagram also to me represents Venus. You may want to see where Venus is at in your natal chart. Okay, and here we have the meaning. You have the opportunity now to manifest something you desire, bringing it forth into reality. Empower your intentions with work on the physical plane to create genuine magic in your life. The reverse meaning of this is Take this as a no to your question. If you have doubts or reservations about something, this reverse pentacle confirms your feelings. It is wise to wait. So, as I was saying, you have this blessing of the senses, which is when you ask your heart, is this yes or no? It will answer you immediately. And you're meant to listen to that. The key words here is manifestation, protection, and prosperity. And you're meant to have fun at what it is that you are creating. That's the joy. When you create from the joy within your heart, you share that joy with others. And the affirmation here is, I manifest what I need. The universe, spirit, is going to provide you with everything you need. It's going to take you on the path of least resistance. It's calling you, guiding you, and it's up to you to listen to that, to get off a path that no longer serves you and get back on the path that does. The challenge here is, what gift is the universe trying to give you now? Okay. And let's take a look at that with the Career and Life Oracle. Because you are on the verge of, perhaps you just have received the idea of what it is that you want to do. It's the first inspiration, but you're not sure how to go about it. And suddenly the right people show up in your life. You are guided. You come into synchronicities. Your spirit guides are speaking to you through synchronicities. The universe wants you to succeed and be successful. And here we have, look at this, good luck. How beautiful, being so close to St. Patrick's Day. Your fortune is improving and you will get a lucky break soon. Collect nuggets of wisdom. There's wisdom again. You will need them in the near future. Okay, so you are being guided by your own wisdom, the wisdom of your senses. The bottom of the deck, we have offerings. You will be offered a new position or investment opportunity. Think about it and research it carefully before accepting. And here we have the Prince of Autumn, who is cautious, protective. We have the protective pentagram that is also leading you to prosperity. So some of you, as you examine your doubts and fears, you learn the wisdom that was teaching you, and you are born into a new life. And I love this because this is at the bottom of the deck beneath the offerings, because a new life is being offered to you. This is the springtime, and this is a renewal. And you may get a fresh start or be called to bring a new perspective to your old job. You may also get a tempting job offer or a new place. So for those of you who feel like you've been uprooted here, you're being transplanted into a new, better, happier life. Okay, let's get you a card from the Witchlings for more advice, confirmations from Spirit. Transformation, you are changing. Okay, self-transformation is the evolving process of life that brings higher consciousness. And that's bringing you into a new life. Okay, let's get you a couple cards from the Fairy Whispers. Ring the bell. We adore chimes and bells. We have so many in fairyland. If you wish to call us in, just ring a bell 3 times. We will hear and fly to your side with an answer. And that is going to also help guide you. You have the hawk with this Knight of Pentacles or the Knight of Swords right here, ringing the bell and letting you, so that they fly in. You also have the wise owl. Your wisdom has come up 3 times in your reading. And your final card is the ladybird magic. We send you the energy of the ladybirds who fly between the worlds of the humans and the fae. Whisper a wish and the fairy queen will be sure to grant your heart's desire. And this reading began with the blessing of the white heart, listening to the sacred call of your heart. So when the ladybird or the ladybug appears in your life, this is nature giving you that confirmation. Okay, pile 1, I'm going to end your reading here. I hope that you found it inspiring and helpful. And thank you so much for joining me. And until next time, blessed be my friends. Hello, pile 2. If you were drawn to the black jet stone, welcome to your reading. We're going to begin your reading with your 3 oracle cards. And we are looking at what is springing up for you in your life with this spring equinox tarot reading. So we begin with number 32. And sometimes she changes, which reminds me of the chant. She changes everything she touches, and everything she touches changes. And as the moon goes through her changes, her different phases, as she goes through the astrological wheel, and on the spring equinox, we do have the sun entering Aries, but we have the moon entering Leo. Both are fire signs, so this is creating a trine. And so I feel like that whatever you're changing is going to be a positive improvement in your creativity, because Leo rules the 5th house of creativity and children, playfulness. And then from the Blessed Bee, we have number 16 with a blessing from your ancestors. This is really nice because your ancestors are guiding you. They're giving you signs. They're giving you their wisdom, their strength. And from the fairy blessings, we have number 42, a blessing of a light touch. Be light with yourself, be gentle with yourself and all that are around you. Okay, I am going to be using the Witch's Tarot here for your reading. And here we have the symbol of the triple moon, the triple goddess. Maiden, Mother, Crone. And I feel like that your ancestors are the crone energy. And here we have a waning moon. And the light touch makes me think of the maiden moon. So I feel like that you're releasing something, cleansing something. I feel like they needed one more shuffle. Okay, let's see what we have for you. The Three of Cups, the Triple Goddess, celebration. Queen of Wands, she's traditionally ruled by Leo. And the High Priest, this is the Hierophant. This is being initiated into something new, initiated into the light, the lighter touch. And then we have Four of Pentacles. This is, I feel like, holding on to the past maybe. You know, here's the blessing of your ancestors. But I feel like for you, you have healed some ancestral karma that's been holding you back, keeping your energies tight and confined. And the blessings that your ancestors are bringing to you are that of gratitude, thanking you for the release. And then we have the Page of Swords, curiosity, investigation, also being very observant. And this could be observing the spring equinox, observing Ostara, and the changes, the renewal that you're meant to celebrate. And this has to do with your creative, divine feminine and spirituality. I think maybe some of you are exploring the different pathways of spirituality, seeing what they have in common, seeing the differences, and finding the path that feels right to you. Some of you may be drawn to the path of your ancient ancestors that are calling to you, that are blessing you with their wisdom. Okay, I'm going to use the Everyday Witch mini tarot for the clarifiers here. And we begin with the Eight of Swords, dealing with your doubts and fears. And I feel like that goes nicely with that Four of Pentacles, where maybe financially you have some fear around your finances. What feels right to you? Because, you know, you may not want to follow in the footsteps of your parents or grandparents. They lived in different times. Money was different. The way that you made your money was different. And don't be afraid of these changes. Then we have the Eight of Pentacles. You see, and inspiration is flowing to you. Let's take a look at these two eights. Okay, so here we have someone who's blindfolded. They have to turn inward and find ways of healing their doubts and fears, coming to understanding them. And then we have the Eight of Wands, which is you set free your inspiration, because this Eight of Wands is on the Queen of Wands, and you set free your inspiration, and you're getting all these ideas, all these different offers. Your path is opening up. Next, we have the King of Cups, mastery of your emotions, learning to go with the flow and celebrating the changes, celebrating with your friends through good and bad. On the Hierophant, we have the Five of Wands, Okay, for you, you can also be seeing the differences between different religious pathways. Maybe the one that you were raised with, you're finding internal conflict with. Now, this is the Page of Wands, so this is more argumentative, debate kind of energy, not a power struggle, but rather learning, investigating, because we do have the Page of Swords here. You're coming up with a new way of looking at things, and you have this blessing of a lighter touch, being lighter with yourself. And then we have the Three of Swords. Some of you might feel like, or it could be that some of your family members are stirring up some of your fears. They want to keep you contained with that Four of Pentacles. There could be some money ties here, and they could be holding that over your head to keep you conformed in their pathway, into their scene. And this is, they're making you feel like you're betraying your spiritual path or betraying some part of yourself, when actually you're healing yourself. You're going towards that which feels right to you. The bottom of the deck, we have the Chariot. Independence, going your own way, making a choice of which direction that feels right to you. What makes you feel light? That light touch is the touch of joy, of guidance. And here with the mermaid in the bathtub, she's purifying and cleansing herself in the moonlight, initiating herself to a new way, washing away her fears, washing away the debate and the heartache. Because the Three of Swords is also a card of healing. And your unique perception, which is this Chariot card, I think that we should keep that there to remind you that you have a choice and you can choose what you want to believe. You believe what you believe. What feels right in your heart is the way for you to go. And I feel like that you are preparing for this new journey. And your ancestors are giving you the blessings, saying goodbye to winter. And winter represents, death, the cold, the ending. And here we are coming to the end of winter and welcoming in the renewal of spring, something you are preparing for your own renewal. Okay, let's get you some cards from the Witch's Familiar Runic Oracle. Okay, we have Anzus. This is about counsel. This is about advice, and your ancestors are bringing you that wisdom. And then we have Ingwaz. This is about inheritance. This is about completion. And I will read the meaning of these cards from the book so that you have a deeper understanding. And look, we have the lion there, Leo. The moon is going to be in Leo. We have the Queen of Wands, which represents Leo. And I feel like here we have advice that is playful, that is light. And then we have Gabo, the gift. And then we have Soela, the sun, wholeness, light, another symbol of Leo. And then we have Othello. which I think is it's the hermit crab. Okay, and it does have to do with your ancestral line. So let's start with Ingwas. The lion, the key words here is creation, wholeness, harmony, evolution, energetic burst. The magical workings here is Ingwas can function as a container or receptacle for energy. So on the full moon, consider inscribing it on a clear quartz crystal before you charge it in the moonlight. So this means that you can draw the symbol with your fingers, you know, just making that symbol with your finger onto the crystal. You can also draw it on there with a marker if you want to. I myself prefer to just trace the symbol, the rune, onto my crystals and energizing them with that energy. So Ingwas is a rune of growth, the spark of life. And how perfect is that for the spring equinox, when we are starting the renewal of the astral wheel. Okay, the germinating seed. It has enormous creative potential and is the fertile male representation in balance with Berkano, which is female, and Berkano represents the birch tree, but also birth and rebirth. We have the high priest here, the Hierophant, an initiation. You're preparing for some kind of renewal in your life. If you receive this rune, consider taking time away to create space for transformation and inner growth. It is time to build your energy stores. An explosive expenditure of energy may soon be needed. And we have that with the 8 of Wands. And you're making a big decision for yourself. Okay, and then I'm going to read Othello, the hermit crab here. The key words here is home, inheritance, group, prosperity, heritage, ancestors. We have the blessings of your ancestors here. During a quiet time at home, draw Othello on your feet to connect you with the land and your ancestors. You can also use this tool to aid you in standing your ground and setting boundaries. Now you can use an essential oil to draw this on the soles of your feet. And whatever oil feels right to you is perfect. Okay, Othello asks you to look at your place in time and space. And we talked about that earlier in your reading, is that we are all living in different times of our parents, of our grandparents, and even our ancient ancestors. So both in terms of inheritance coming to you and the inheritance that you leave behind. It calls for the wise management of resources. And we even talked about inheritance as well with this 4 of Pentacles and in conjunction with the ancestors. Okay, so in reverse, this rune indicates a lack of customary order, can be poverty and homelessness. It can also mean bad karma and a tendency towards prejudice. And that with this 8 of Swords on the 4 of Pentacles, that could be what you're clearing away. Because these are not your fears. These were fears that were projected onto you from the past as a child. And now you've come to a place where you can make your own choices, your own pathway, and finding a pathway that goes more in flow with celebrating life. Okay, and then we have We have Soella here with the hummingbird. The key words here is success, sensuality, wholeness, life force, victory. This healing rune can be worn to enhance life force energy. Soella also combines well with workings using citrine. So you can trace this rune on a citrine stone and wear it as a pendant. Citrine is the merchant stone of prosperity. And citrine is one of the stones that never needs to be cleansed. It's self-cleansing, it's self-transformational. And if you want to cleanse your stones, putting them on like a citrine cluster or putting them near citrine where they're touching, the citrine energy will cleanse that stone by transforming and transmuting that energy. And that's what you're doing here with this King of Cups and the mermaid in the bath. And sometimes she changes. You are changing some energy that is associated with your ancestors. So Soella holds within it the radiance of the sun. It is the energy of life, strength, and character, and completeness. This rune speaks of clear vision, the victory of good over evil, and light dispelling the dark. Good fortune and positivity await you. You have the energy to overcome any challenges and achieve your life goals. In reverse, this rune is a message of false goals or loss of goals, the illusion of success and bad advice. Well, guess what? We have Anzu here, which is about advice, taking counsel. If you feel lost, if you feel confused, you are meant to ask the advice from the Three of Cups, which to me also represents the muses as well as the triple goddess. Okay, and then we have Gibo with the swan, the gift. The key words here is gifts, partnership, sacrifice, a fair exchange, and honor. The magical workings with Gibo is with its deep connections to energy exchange. This rune aids in sex magic. Use it to seal sacred unions like a hand fasting. We do have the high priest here. We also have the King of Cups. But I feel like that this reading is more about your own individuality, coming to terms with your own changes and transformations. So Gibo is a beautiful and generous symbol of sacred exchange. To receive, you must also release. Here we have the purification of the bath. When blessed, you should in turn bless. Gibo encourages honoring your commitments and contracts and returning like for like. Union comes in many forms: love, friendship, family, and business. In reverse, this rune is a message of imbalance, bribery, and corrupt buying of influence. It can indicate greed and dishonesty or sacrificing too much to the point of depletion. We have the Eight of Swords with the Four of Pentacles here, where you have this fear of depletion. The swords represent the direction of your will, of the energy that you project out into the world. It also represents boundaries. Okay, and then we have Anzus with the raven. The key words here is communication, insight, divine inspiration, order, true vision. The magical workings here is the rune holds powerful energy, so tread with caution. Use it to enhance spells, improve communication, and speed up the unfolding of events, and for workings that release emotional, psychological, or energetic shackles, best done on the full moon. So maybe take your bath, your ritual bath during the full moon, which is representation of completion, of manifestation, but you're also cleansing yourself of these energetic shackles that are around money, your doubts and fears around success. You are meant to be successful. However, there are those that, will argue with you or insert their negative comments like, oh, what do you think you're doing? That's not going to be successful. The naysayers, you're meant to cut them out of your life, even though it may be painful. With that 3 of Swords, you're going to be a very independent, powerful person in your path. But it might be important to do this ritual bath where you're cleansing. Use some white salts to help detoxify any situations, release them in blessings. You can light certain candles. You can even immerse certain crystals, quartz crystals like the citrine, into your bath for this transformation, even clear quartz, which will amplify. You can place these crystals around your bathtub as well, especially the ones that you should not submerge into water. But your ancestors are giving you some beautiful, beautiful blessings here. Okay, let's get you a couple Wicca cards. And we have for you the butterfly with number 24, the monarch, royalty. The butterfly, of course, represents transformation, renewal. It went through within the cocoon, the caterpillar died and is reborn into a beautiful butterfly. At the bottom of the deck, look at that 12 of abundance. I love it. Your transformation is going to bring you abundance. And look, you have number 8. This is Ostara, which does reflect Easter, the renewal, the rebirth, fertile energy to bring you abundance. Okay, let's just take a peek at the career and life oracle. For those of you that this relates to your business or career, this could be a change in your job, a change in your career. Okay, look at that renewal. You need to take time to recharge your energy, to get back on track. Challenges ahead require you to have faith and break through. Yes, I love it. Okay, next we have looking. It's okay to look for better work. Be discreet in your search. You need to be aligned with your life purpose to be fully satisfied. The bottom of the deck, we have offerings. You will be offered a new position or investment opportunity. Think about it and research it carefully before accepting. Just because it's offered to you does not mean you need to accept it. It might be better for you to not accept the offering. Okay, let's get you a witchling card for some final advice for you. Love. Do what you love. Love, a steadfast embrace of the heart, flows through and from you at all times, for all times. And your ancestors are reminding you of that. Follow that which you love. At the bottom of the deck, we have beauty. Love and beauty. When beauty is felt from within, your gorgeousness will glow. And here we have a blessing of a light touch. And you will glow in that light touch. Okay, just a couple cards from the Witch's Secret to end your reading here. There's a lot of personal growth as well as professional growth. Love and light, how beautiful. Honor the old ones in deed and name. Let love and light be guides again. The witch knows you honor the past and walk your path with love and light, leading the way. Well done, magical child. Yes, that is beautiful. I think that ties your reading together nicely. At the bottom of the deck, we have a lucky candle. I think we should take it. The witch has prepared a golden candle anointed with herbs and oils. She burns it on her altar for you, warding away sadness, allowing joy to re-enter your heart, uplifting you and bringing laughter to your home again. Okay, that's beautiful as well because we have St. Patrick's Day very near the spring equinox. I'm going to end your reading here, pile 2. I hope that you found it inspiring and helpful. Thank you so much for sharing this with me. I appreciate each and every one of you. And until next time, blessed be my friends. Hello, pile 3. If you were drawn to the pyrite stone, welcome to your reading. So we're going to begin with your 3 oracle cards, and then we'll dive in deeper with the tarot. So we begin with a blessing to heal a relationship. Okay, this could be the relationship you have with yourself, with your spirit guides, with family, friends, and even work colleagues, business partners. Then we have the dance of water. Okay, so water flows. And over here we have a waxing crescent moon, which is a great time for manifesting, for growing, where the waxing moon or the waning moon is more for getting rid of things. So the waxing moon is to attract, and the waning moon is to banish and repel, and the full moon is completion and manifestation. And with the fairies, we have number 28, a blessing of liminal space. So I feel like that this is meant to give you space for your energies to flow, to find your flow through dance. Some of you may be drawn to dance. This is a card of movement. It's time to move, to flow. And especially in the in-between spaces, the liminal spaces that are luminescent. And here we also have a giant waxing crescent moon. So you have waxing crescent moons bookending on this blessing to heal a relationship. So for some of you, this could be the beginning of that healing, whether it's with yourself or others. And it could be both. So let's dive deeper into this with the tarot. I am using the Black Cat's Tarot for your reading. So I feel like for you, what is springing up, what is being renewed, is this healing of a relationship. And we begin with the Ace of Pentacles. Okay, so this could have something to do with work, business, starting a new business, receiving the finances, the resources to begin a business. And this blessing to heal a relationship could very well be that blessing to heal a business relationship, or perhaps a business idea brings together the people that need that healing. It could even be a business around healing relationships. Then we have the Three of Pentacles, building your dream team, letting the right people just flow into your life. Then we have the Hangman. And I feel like that this is like, hang in there, change is coming, transformation is occurring. And it also goes nicely with that liminal space where you're receiving these deeper information from your subconscious, from your unconscious. You're seeing the light within the darkness within yourself. Then we have the King of Pentacles. And this is, this is the Queen of Pentacles. It's hard to discern whether it's the king or the queen. But we have the harvest field behind, and to me that represents more of the queen energy of community. And here I do feel like that you could be building a business with someone that is community oriented. This could even be healing your relationship with nature. I just saw someone in their community maybe cleaning up a park area that needs some healing, needs some attention. And it could be by a lake or the river. Some of you might even be cleaning up some water areas, picking up the bottles and pollution, and just healing that. And then we have the Ace of Swords. Okay, this is that bright idea, that new idea that you've been waiting on. And when you have this idea, this inspiration, this spark of focusing your attention onto something because something has been illuminated, you're sitting with that idea and envisioning how you want to accomplish this. And you receive the resources. How much resources is it going to take to make this happen? You find other like-minded people that are in alignment with this, and you may find it within your community. Okay, and for your clarifying cards, I'm using Tarot of the Pagan Cats, keeping in with the cat theme of your tarot. And we begin with the Nine of Cups. Beautiful. A card of contentment. And that is with the Ace of Swords. This idea sits really well with you. It's a really good idea. And then we have the Knave of Chalices. This is the Page of Chalices. And this is holding on to your dreams. And look, some more water energy is there. This card is traditionally ruled by Pisces. And this could involve someone that is a Pisces. And that is also going deep into your subconscious mind, into the abyss, and following your dreams. And then we have the Death card. This is a card of transformation and changes. And this card is ruled by Scorpio, the underworld. And I feel like that some of you are going to experience a change in your finances, receiving a financial windfall. And then we have the Knight of Pentacles on the Three of Pentacles. The Knight of Pentacles is a slow-moving energy, but he's an instigator of change. He has this empty field. And in the springtime, what do? You plant your seeds. And here we have 2 waxing moons. That's the time to plant your seeds of intention and taking care of them so that they may grow. And it's with the Three of Pentacles, which is that dream team, the people that work well together. And then we have the 10 of Pentacles. That is very nice. That's on the Queen of Pentacles. Okay, I do feel like with all these pentacles that you have coming up, this has a lot to do with business, because the 10 of Pentacles is about your legacy. And the Queen of Pentacles is ruled by Capricorn generally. And she's about business. She's very career oriented. And Capricorn is very well organized as far as business goes. It has a very good business sense. And I think that so long as you go with the idea that feels really good to you, keep following your dreams, you know, and think it through very carefully, envision it, and I feel like that there is a financial shift here that is going to change something, because out of the darkness, your seeds begin to sprout. The people, the help that you need just flow into your life like the dance of water. And you are creating a legacy within your community. And at the bottom of the deck, we have the Hierophant. So this could certainly be something that you coordinate with your church or a spiritual community, however that feels to you. The Hierophant also represents an initiation, a new beginning. Okay, let's get you some cards from the Mystical Shaman, which I think is appropriate, especially with that Hangman, because the Hangman in many ways is like the shaman who sacrifices, self-sacrifices, and then comes back to his community and speaks of his visions, what he saw in these liminal spaces, in the spaces in between. Okay, we have for you the Jaguar, the Smoky Mirror, the Curse. I feel like that kind of goes with like this smoky mirror, because it seems like something is unclear, and then you gain deeper understanding. Then we have the Luminous Warrior with that liminal space, seeing the light. And then we have Completion. Okay, let me read a little bit about your cards from this book. And we'll begin with 14, the curse. Okay, so the essence of this card, the curse refers to limiting stories of our ancestors and the karma from the former lifetimes that preordains the events of our lives. It is the source of negative patterns, and it can show up as dis-ease, a destructive force, or a blockage on our creative energy. The curse holds us hostage to a false story that we confuse for reality. Recognizing the original wound that is playing out in our life can heal it. So I feel like that is part of that smoky mirrors there. So the medicine here with the curse is be aware of your actions. Act with impeccable intention so as not to create a debt or karma that sooner or later someone has to pay. What you do to others, you also do to yourself and to the people you love the most. Now you have the opportunity to clean it up. And remember, I was saying, maybe some of you are cleaning up some area in your community. This could also be cleaning up, disagreements in relationships. Okay, then we have 47, the smoky mirror. The essence of this card is the aspects of what is implied yet cannot be immediately known in the world. The mystery of how things come together and how they fall apart without obvious casualty. This symbol also represents the shadow of the human psyche, much like that hangman card. The smoky mirror can also represent a state of denial or the inability or refusal to see the truth. Now, with this page of cups on the hangman, because the page of cups can be someone who is in denial, they distract themselves with the pleasures of life. Okay, so the medicine for the smoky mirrors is understanding the shadow of the human journey requires you to go deep into your story to discover the wound that prevents you from seeing the truth of your current situation. Okay, that's you going into this hangman state, going into a deeper altered state of mind. Your fears and expectations of disappointment, unworthiness may be clouding your capacity to see the potential in life, in yourself, and others. The smoky mirror may be showing you things you don't want as a result of your conditioning. These can become even more real, but only because you are making it so. The choice is yours. The world will hold you accountable for what you see and create. Can you see through the eyes of truth and faith instead? So to me, this is saying don't put your thought process in the curse card, that which is holding you back, the past karma, because when you give it your attention, you're telling the universe that's what you want more of. And, yes, there are times when we have to go into those dark spaces within ourselves so that we can understand where those doubts and fears came from. Are we carrying family trauma, generational trauma? Because the world is not the world that our parents grew up in, or our grandparents, or our ancestors. And the smoky mirror is helping you clear up and clean up your karma. And the knave here, I feel like, is bringing in new dreams, because the knaves do represent something new. The essence of the jaguar. The jaguar is the protector of all life in the Amazon, And in times of fear, she brings courage and certainty. Jaguar is at the top of the food chain and never becomes prey. With great stealth, she can track her mark from a distance and not be seen or heard. She moves gracefully through the jungle, relishing the abundance of the rainforest. Fearless and at ease, Jaguar knows ways beyond death and the master of shadows, blending invisibly between light and dark, night and day. That liminal space, that little sliver of light that the night holds. And Jaguar is bringing you courage to see the truth through the smoky mirror so that you can release this negative karma that you've been carrying. And you are meant to heal that relationship with your karma. The medicine with Jaguar is what in your life needs to be released. What have you carried around with you far too long, which is ready to be let go of once and for all. Jaguar medicine is available to heal the fear so you can allow it to go. It's time to come out of the shadows and end the shadow games that you may have unconsciously agreed to play, bringing us back to that Hangman card who's deep in his subconscious. He's in a state of transformation. He's like the caterpillar in the cocoon, in the chrysalis state that's transforming to become a butterfly, and in the meantime dreaming of the butterfly so that when he emerges as the butterfly, he has the wisdom and knows how to fly. Call on Jaguar to unfetter you from toxic relationships and recover your natural instinct for the right people and situations. Again, blessing to heal a relationship, and yes, that might include letting old relationships go. But here we have the Three of Pentacles with the Knight of Pentacles to bring in new, positive, stable relationships, that which you do want. So here you're letting go of what you don't want, and you're shifting your focus, because we do have the Death card here, which is a card of transformation, and you're shifting it over into what you do want. And then we have the Luminous Warrior right here. The essence here, the Luminous Warrior has no enemies this world or the next. He is impeccable in word and deed. He focuses on his light rather than on what hides in the dark. Okay, confirmation to what I just said. Since he casts no shadow, he is as radiant as the sun and can transform his most terrible enemy into his ally. Again, healing a relationship. His power comes not from the sword, but from speaking his truth at all costs. And the medicine of the Luminous Warrior is you are being tempted by your emotions to follow your let me start over. Are you being tempted by your emotions to follow your lower instincts? Are you being invited to enter into a quarrel with someone? Okay, we all know those people who love to instigate arguments for the sake of arguing. They waste your time, they waste your energy. These are the toxic people that you need to cut out from your life because they're wasting your time and energy. Okay, put your sword away. This is not the time for battle. Your enemy is not who you think it is. Do not act from a place of anger that will damage your relationships and hurt the ones you care for. Find the truth hiding in your heart that will affirm your instincts for peace rather than for war. And if you stay within your calm, you will find that the people that are argumentative, and when you don't give them the argument they want, when you just walk away, it's like, you're not baiting me into this argument. I'm not going to waste my time and energy on something that doesn't matter. It might matter, because it's always something of the minutia, something that just, they just want to pick a fight for the sake of picking an argument. Again, to waste your time and energy, and maybe shining your light on them and saying, I'm not going to be baited into your argument. Why are you trying to pick an argument? Why are you trying to pick a fight? This way you reflect that smoky mirror back to them and reflect that negative energy, because you are not playing that game anymore. And here we come to completion with number 9. The essence. All things have a beginning, a middle, and an end. And right here, the death card right in the middle. The transformational aspect. Okay, this is the nature of life. The seed, the flower, and the fruit. We have the knight who's come to plant his seeds in the fields that are prepared. And that's on this 3 of Pentacles, which is contracts, but creating that dream team, working with people in harmony. And it can just be, look, if you're not going to be in harmony with this team, maybe you shouldn't be part of this team. Okay, so, and all of human relationships. Completion suggests the fullness of the moment and the need to transform an old form into a new one. The medicine here is clinging to the old form will bring only decay. Back to that death card. When fruit is left too long on the vine, it rots. You know that it's time to move on, yet are reluctant. Do not be afraid of hurting anyone's feelings. Remember that you are responsible for your actions, not the actions of others. And keep that in mind when other people try to be argumentative or pick fights. And that can be the other way around. These are general tarot readings. The energies can be switched around. Mourn what is lost so you can move on. Do not be sad. Be like the sun at midday who shines brightly, neither longing for sunrise nor dreading the dusk. That's the luminous warrior. I feel like that this is a beautiful flow here. You see the karma that you're holding on to, and you go there in the smoky mirror. And this could be you doing some mirror work, talking to yourself in the mirror and finding your strength with jaguar medicine, who can move invisibly. You can be invisible, so you aren't seen by those who just want to waste your time and energy with their nonsense. And you become the luminous warrior. And like the sunshine at midday, the shadows are small. Where the luminous warrior has no shadow, he shines his light, and you move towards completion, which to me looks a lot like the Wheel of Fortune. So there is a shift and transformation here for you. Okay, let's get you a Wicca card. Because the spring equinox, also known as Ostara, is a pagan holiday. And we have for you 27 with the fox, the sly fox. And here, when you can make friends with the fox, he's not going to steal from you because you've established a relationship with him. Otherwise, if you ignore your fox friend, he'll come in and steal your ducks, steal your eggs, to feed himself and, his family. And fox is very sly and cunning, And this also means that you might have to be sly and cunning in dealing with those toxic people that, just want to waste your time. And then at the bottom of the deck, we have the crow. Okay, your crows are great friends too. They are magical. They are very protective of their flock. They have sentinel crows, which watch over while the other crows eat. And then he gets to take his turn when his shift is over. And then since we have the dance of water, this is also at the bottom of the deck, reflecting the reflecting pool and that mirror work, reflecting, self-reflection. And that's going to help change you and shift yourself into a stronger frame of mind by just going with the flow and not letting others upset you, remaining in your calm of the luminous warrior. Because when those argumentative people or toxic people can't get a rise out of you, and you don't give up any of your energy, they're going to get tired of not vamping your energy, and they'll move on. And you're not hurting anyone's feelings by just, I'm not playing your game, sorry. Okay, let's look at the career and life oracle, as this reading is very strong regarding business. Maybe you have a business idea. Maybe you have someone that wants to undermine your energies. Okay, these 3 cards fell out, so we're going to go with those. And we start with locked. Okay, work you want may not be in reach now. You can take a temp position while awaiting an opening. Your new place offers job security. Okay. And here, you might feel like you're locked into this negative cycle here. But by taking action, taking this temporary work, it might give you the resources and maybe some new ideas. You know that it's temporary. You know that this will pass. And it very well could be that's where the toxic person is at in this temporary job. And when you do move on to a new opportunity, because look at this, your next card is power position, lovely. You are being promoted or called to lead. Time to step into your sovereignty and guide others with compassion, becoming your luminous warrior. And then we have perspective. If you change the way you look at things, you could see everything in a brand new light that will help you get where you want to be, which is that power position. So perspective with the reflecting pool, reflective perspective, reflecting on your own perspective, shifting your own perspective, because if you don't like where you feel like you've been locked into this curse, this negative karma, once you learn that lesson, you unlock the lock. What's kept you in there? You now have the key to set yourself free by building new relationships, new connections, without having to be sly about it. Now, you might need to be sly around those toxic people that want to waste your time and energy. But by shifting your perspective, where you can dance in the flow of water and just go with the flow, you let those toxic people just beat off your feathers, like the black swan here. And I like it that it's with this black jaguar because you can be invisible. You can walk by those people without them bothering you. And then this isn't to say to not continue looking for this power position, but from this temporary job that you might be doing, you could get promoted into something that's more secure, or you could be creating your own business. Maybe that's part of the perspective that shifts to where you become the leader and you create your dream team with that Three of Pentacles with the Knight of Pentacles on top. Okay, let's get one card from the Witchlings for some final advice here for you. Look at that transformation. Self-transformation is the evolving process of life that brings higher consciousness. That's going to bring you into that power position. The bottom of the deck, we have vitality. I love it. Okay, vitality is the beaming force that gives energy and vigor to life. So maybe this temp job gives you the vitality that you need, the income that you need to pay your bills and get by. But it can also inspire you. It can help shift your perspective. And through the reflecting pool, the smoky mirrors and the self-reflecting, you shift your own perspective about yourself. And when you do that, you shift your energy. And then you move out of this negative state of mind. You transform it with courage, because you find courage within yourself by shifting your energies and self-reflection. And you become the luminous warrior that is meant to lead. Okay, let's get you a couple cards from the Blessed by the Goddess. And we have for you Rhiannon. This Welsh goddess of sovereignty and freedom blesses your travels, so journey well wherever you go. However modest your adventure, know that Rhiannon will ride by your side and bless you as you explore your world. Okay, this could be the world of relationship, the world of your career, the world of your opportunities. Exploring the possibilities of what you want to achieve and create your own freedom, the freedom to be yourself. Next, we have Mnemosyne. Forgive me if I'm mispronouncing that. Through this Greek goddess of memory, Mnemosyne, who was the mother of the 9 muses, come the blessings of your bloodline and ancestry. Call now upon your ancient creative inner wisdom and remember. That makes me think of the hangman who's suspended, and yes, there is a bit of self-sacrifice, and you might feel a little locked in, but while you're hanging in that suspension, you are altering your state of mind and you gain new perspective. And finally, we have Selene, the Greek moon goddess. Selene today asks you to bring to the surface your unconscious self, to harness all that lies beneath in the service of your highest purpose. Honor the realm of dreams, memories, and visions. And that is your power position. And the moon is going to play a very powerful role here. And during the spring equinox, we have the moon moving into Leo at 3:33 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And then the sun moves into Aries later that evening, or I should say night, at 11:06 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So it's interesting that the spring equinox, the spark of life, is occurring in the dark of night with a Leo moon. So that fire energy is fixing, because Leo's a fixed sign. It's about power and leadership. You know, taking lead of your own emotions, because the moon rules over emotions and creativity. And you are meant to create a way for your own freedom, to be free to who you are. And Celine is also here telling you, bring your unconscious self from the hangman to completion, this luminous warrior to completion. And you go from being invisible to being seen, because completion represents the full moon of manifestation. Okay, pile 3, this was a longer reading than I thought it would be, but I hope that it was helpful and inspiring to you. Thank you so much for being here with me. And until next time, blessed be, my friends.